Shalom Israel, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah to the brothers, Yahweh Shemal Thun by Shem Yahushua to the sisters. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, under Commander General Yohana, Harlem, New York. I'm Priest Officer 50 Karayala, and this is Tuesday night Brotherhood class. So basically what we're going to be going over tonight is, you can tell by the title, what is real friendship or real friendship, right? Friendship is not the concept of friendship that you get from the Christian church or from Christianity in general, and or any other these weird religions that our people have fallen victim in slavery to. You understand? Friendship is a brother keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, holding his brother to the same thing he keep, and treating his brother according to the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Friendship is not somebody wanting to get high with you. You understand? Friendship is not somebody calling you and telling you, "Hey, bro, we finna go to the strip club and we finna do this and we finna do that and we finna get these broads and do all type of manner of evil." That ain't friendship. You understand? Friendship does not come from a person who want to sell you drugs. You understand? Friendship does not come from a person who puts your life at risk. You understand? A real friend is a brother that's going to treat you according to the law. You understand? A brother that's going to treat you righteousness, that's going to live his life by the law, according to the law. You understand? Towards his own brother, right? So let me go to the scripts. And Salakia, this is gonna be another short one. Salakia, we're gonna get back rocking and rolling on the long classes once again next week, Lord willing. The water for tuning in. If you tuning in, you're working on getting that Hebrew name, make sure you put your name, city, and state. It's very important so we can mark you down for attendance. So you can do your 90 days and you can go ahead and jump in this body and help us wake up the children of Israel so we can go on and get the hell up out of here and get the kingdom of heaven up under Christ. You understand? Salakia. Okay, this is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. You understand? There is no greater love than a man laying down his life for his friends or his brethren. You understand? In this truth, right? You got brothers and sisters in the world and in Christianity and all these other religions that will tell you, "Oh, I love you, man. You my friend," or "That's my dog," or "You my nigga." You understand? Meanwhile, they want to sleep with your wife. Meanwhile, if a situation comes about to where they might need help in the situation and defending themselves, or they get into an altercation with another group of people, a lot of brothers will turn their back on them and be like, "Man, that's between them," or "That ain't my problem." You understand? That's not friendship. You understand? I'm gonna read that again. The book of John, chapter 15 and verse 13. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lie down his life for his friends. There's no greater love than that. You understand? Christ laid down his life for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand what I'm saying? Like he went out and preached on the streets and wreaked havoc on the Roman Empire and went totally against their way of life, knowing that he will be put to death one day for those actions. You understand? And he wore that badge of honor as a true friend, as a true priest and prophet of the Lord, and as a true king. You understand? Your Christian pastor, he's not going to lay down his life for you. He's not going to sit up here and tell you that you have to come out of the indoctrination of America and start keeping the law, statutes, and commandments in order for you to save your soul. Nah, he ain't gonna do that. He gonna keep shucking and jiving for your slave master and keep eating pork and doing all type of manner of evil to the people in his congregation. You understand? Your Christian pastor, he not gonna sit up here and tell you the truth according to the scriptures. He gonna tell you the law is done away with, give you some false prosperity gospel. You understand? Splash some holy water on you, hit you on your forehead, say you've been blessed, and send you back to hell. You understand? Send you back to poverty, send you back to your life being in shambles. You understand what I'm saying? That's not what friendship is. Your Christian pastor is a slimy bastard as well as these so-called religious leaders. You understand? They don't give a damn about they people enough to sacrifice their life like Commander General Yohana has done. You understand? Like the men up under Commander General Yohana and the ISUBK has done. You understand? We go on the streets every Saturday, week in and week out, and risk our lives. You understand? To wreak havoc on this kingdom. You understand? To wake our brothers and sisters up to what's really going on with our brothers and sisters behind closed doors at the hands of the goddamn white man, the devil. You understand? Salakia, the oppressor, the devil. We sitting up here telling brothers and sisters, look, man, you got to stop celebrating Christmas. You can't celebrate Valentine's Day. You understand? These wicked, evil holidays, the Lord is totally against that. And in turn, in us telling our brothers and sisters to stop celebrating these holidays, that will put a dent in America's pocket. You understand? And we already know America is built off of lust and greed. You understand? Like your Caucasian oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks of, he don't want nobody to come between him and his money. You understand what I'm saying? So what we doing every Saturday by going out to camp and teaching blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans what's actually going on with them, we are in turn risking our life. But we fully understand this. You understand? We carrying our burden just how Christ did. This how you know the men and I should be kept under Commander General Yohana are true followers of Christ, because we understand the concept of being a real friend to our brother. You understand? A real friend to your brother is going to tell you the truth no matter how you feel. A real friend to your brother is going to tell you the truth no matter if it costs him his life. You understand what I'm saying? But Salakia, I'm gonna drop that. Let's get let me get Proverbs 27 and 17. And we train to do this by men above us that came before us that actually love blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? Your Christian pastor, he don't give a damn about your grandma light bills having to be paid. He don't give a damn about your grandma being in the house with cancer, also like it being in the hospital with cancer, you understand, on her deathbed, because he's about to lose somebody out of his congregation, you understand, and she can't keep paying him no money. He don't give a damn about that. All right. He don't want to lose money by telling you the truth. Because once blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans understand that, look, I'm still going to this church and my life is still in shambles. And then you find out, oh, the reason why this is because your Christian pastor is not telling you the truth according to the Bible, or you are required to change yourself when you've been living like this for so many years and stuck in your ways, you're gonna stop going to that church. And that's why your Christian pastor is not telling you what's going on. Number one, he don't give a damn about you. Number two, he's going to lose money if he tell you the truth. If he sit up here and try to force you to change yourself and tell you the truth according to the scriptures, you're gonna go to another church. Oh yeah, pastor tripping. I need to go ahead and go down to the church down the street where I can still sing and dance and be a whore every Saturday night before I come to church. Where I can still eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, celebrate these wicked holidays that the Lord hates, you understand, and still come in here and pay a little bit of money and get a feel-good sermon. Now, that ain't what we about now. I should be careful under Commander General Yohana, because we actually have friendship and love for our people according to the scriptures. You understand? But Salaki, Proverbs 27 and 17. It says, iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Look, iron sharpen irons with iron. If you got a knife and you want to sharpen your knife, you have to sharpen your knife on iron. And the metaphor in this scripture is talking about a brother strengthening a brother up in these laws. You understand? The men above me are sharpening me because they sharp. You understand? The men above me are keeping me on my toes because they on their toes. You understand? Like, I'm gonna read that one more time. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and chapter 27 and verse 17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpened the countenance of his friend. You understand that the men above me and I should be kept under Commander General Yana. These are true friends. You understand? They taught me these law, statutes, and commandments. They trained me up to be a priest and a prophet of the Lord. They trained me, you understand, to keep the high holy days, to be able to teach these classes, to be able to be just like them because they are like Christ, because we willing to die for this truth. You understand? We willing to die for this truth and for our nation of people. And we don't give a damn about what nobody think about us. You understand? They call us crazy. They say, man, them niggas got on headbands. These niggas is wearing scarves. They look like a motorcycle gang. These niggas is radical. They sitting up here talking about God hate everybody but them. The Lord is with them. Them niggas is crazy. Nah, we ain't crazy. You crazy. Use the damn fool if you're not in the eyes. You became under Commander General Yana. You understand? Because this is where real friendship dwells. You understand? Like, a lot of brothers and sisters think that you get friendship and camaraderie and love from a brother in street gangs. Now, that might be the case for a hot second, but eventually brothers get into it with each other. You understand? You do something that the gang is not with. Now everybody want to DP you. They have to physically do harm to you. You understand? Because being in a gang is not about brotherhood. You understand? Being in a gang is about wanting to be like your oppressor. Being in a gang is basically keeping trauma going in the black community because your homosexual Christian pastor has not told you the truth about what the hell we supposed to do as blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? Like, Christianity is so evil and destroys so many people. Christianity, the concept of friendship in Christianity is fake love. A person who will compliment you on your shoes and your outfit when you go to church, but as soon as you walk off, oh man, she thinks she the shit, or she thinks she all that. You understand? The brothers in the church, they shake a brother hand. Hey, brother Malcolm, how you doing today, man? Man, we ain't see you at church last time. That's what's up. Woo, man, you done came back to church. So as he turned his head, man, that wicked nigga right there, man, he was out messing with them hoes. I seen somebody watching him come out of a strip club. You understand? These same dudes probably is plotting on sleeping with brother Malcolm's wife. You understand? That ain't friendship according to these scriptures. You understand? Like, Christianity has misconstrued the minds of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans so much. We think that friendship is a fake hug and a smile. You understand? We think that friendship is soft talking to you and speaking kind to you when you knowing you a piece of garbage. You understand? When we know that you are a child molester or you a drug dealer, but we sit up here and talk to you with kind words. That's what friendship is in the Christian church, Salaki. That's what friendship is in your Muslim mosque. You understand? All these damn Muslims and especially like the Nation of Islam, I don't want to single them out, but like, them is some wicked niggas. Over time, you see what's going on in their congregations. You understand? Like, I'm from Oakland personally, so we had a big Muslim organization in Oakland that was a part of the Nation of Islam. You understand? It was a brother called Yusuf Bey. Man, these niggas was wicked as hell. You understand? These niggas was sleeping with little girls, having children by all type of different women, throwing them away. You understand? And when them niggas' sons grew up, all them niggas started killing and shooting each other. You understand? These niggas are physical blood brothers. You understand? And they wreaking havoc on Oakland like it was no tomorrow. Those were some cold times back in them days. You understand? In the early 2010s or the late 2000s. You understand? But Salaki, I don't want to go in on them, but those type of organizations are birthed out of the Christian mindset. You understand? And to be a Christian is to give a damn about your own self and your immediate family. To be a Christian is to give a damn about what's good for you and F everybody else. You understand? And that's not what friendship is about. You understand? So like, I'm gonna drop that. Let's get we get 1 Corinthians 15 to 33. So like, 1 Corinthians 15 to 33. This book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived. Don't be deceived. Don't be a damn fool. Don't be tricked. You understand? Don't be tricked by your Christian pastor and him speaking soft words to you and him wearing them gay suits and you thinking he's a man of God because he's somebody that talks to you all soft spoken and he's coming to you subtly. Don't be deceived by that nigga. Because you know what that nigga want? That nigga wants your wife. That nigga wants your children. You understand? In a sexual perverted manner. You understand? That nigga wants your money. He wants your last dime so he can continue to ride in a Rolls Royce while you live in the projects, coming to his church every like 3-4 times a week, looking for salvation and looking for a place. You understand? To save you. You don't be deceived. So like it. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Like your Christian pastor, the communication that he's giving to you is evil. You understand? Like him telling you that the law is done away with is so damn evil. You understand? Because if the law is done away with, I don't have to be a brother to my people. If the law is done away with, I can destroy myself in any day. If the law is done away with, then Christ died for nothing. You understand? If the law is done away with, Jesus Christ was put on that cross to die for the children of Israel, just so you can keep being a homosexual Christian. You understand? Just so you can keep being a drug dealer Muslim. You understand? Just so you can keep prostituting yourself and your daughters out. You understand? Just so we can keep eating all these abominations and end up in the hospital with diseases out of this world because of what we put into our body and what we do to our body. Your Christian pastor is a damn fool according to these scriptures. You understand? I'm gonna read that one more time. It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. That's what your Christian pastor is giving you in that church. He's giving you evil. He's communicating with you evil. You understand? And it's going to corrupt. Salaki, I'll read that again. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. It's going to corrupt good manners with his evil communications. You understand? Like, if your Christian pastor tells you that the law is done away with, but Christ said the law hangs on two things: love your brother as you love yourself and love the Lord with all your might. You understand? You can't love your brother if the law is done away with. Like the law strictly is about brotherhood. You understand? It's about loving the Lord and loving your brother as you love yourself. If your Christian pastor telling you that the law is done away with, then his evil communication is going to bring forth corrupt manners. You understand? And what's going to happen? The deacon going to be sleeping with the wife at the church. They're going to be molesting people in this Catholic church. You understand? A Muslim talking about inshallah or whatever the hell they say, he's going to murder his brother on the street corner for drug territory. You understand? It's wicked as hell in this country, and it's so detrimental for our people to understand what real friendship and brotherhood is. And in these religious institutions led by the house Negroes of today, you can't get a good grasp on what real brotherhood is, what true brotherhood is, how you supposed to be a friend to your people, how you supposed to treat your nation. You understand? And quite frankly, like your Christian pastor, he like once again, he don't give a damn. He just want to keep lining his pockets with your money. You understand? Like Captain Akai said it the best in one of his songs. He said he cashed out on your blood, traded you in, and bought a new Benz. That's what they do day in and day out. You understand? Shout out to Captain Akkad. That was a heavy bar. You understand? Your Christian pastor, he doesn't give a damn about the concept of being a brother. You understand? He doesn't give a damn about the concept of real friendship. Your Christian pastor, he loves the slave master. You understand? Salaki. Let me get I'm gonna drop that right quick. Let's go to the Apocrypha real quick. What I want. Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Yeah, that's what I want. Never trust thine enemy. You understand? The scriptures say don't never trust your enemy. That's what your Christian pastor trusts in. He don't trust in his brother. He don't trust in his nation. He don't trust that his nation can be a righteous and wise people above all people on planet Earth, like the scriptures say we're supposed to be. You understand? The scriptures say, so I can read that again, say, never trust thine enemy. Look, the Christian pastor is trusting your enemy, therefore he has no brotherhood for his own people. He loves the social status and the little trinkets and the coins that he can get from your slave master from keeping you asleep. That's why he don't give a damn about you, because he don't follow these laws. He trusts his enemy. You understand? Salakia. And it says, reading on, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Now your Christian pastor, he trusts his enemy, contrary to what these scriptures tell you to do, to not trust your enemy. And then it says, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You're going to eventually see how wicked your slave master is. You understand? You're eventually going to see how wicked these other nations are towards Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans' enemies are everybody on planet Earth except for Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. If you're East Indian, you are the enemy to the Lord and his people. If you're Arab, you're the enemy to the Lord and his people. If you're a Tongan, Samoan, Asian, you understand, a so-called Caucasian, if you're a Greek, if you're a Roman, whatever, you understand. If you come from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, man, you are the biggest enemy. If you a Caucasian, you're the biggest enemy to the children of Israel. And this is the enemy that this scripture is talking about. Never trust thine enemy. You understand? Because the Lord understands this. Your enemy is going to come to you subtle. He's going to come to you as a friend. He's going to come to you as somebody that you should trust and have love for. And then what's going to happen? Like as iron rust is so is his wickedness. Salakia. You understand? Iron is going to get rusty. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. You understand? Just like the scripture is saying, so is his wickedness. It's inevitable for him to show you that he's an evil bastard. You understand? And this is who your Christian pastor trusts. This is who your Christian pastor wants to be like. This is who your Christian pastor idolizes and worship. And in turn, you find out that your Christian pastor is just as wicked as the goddamn slave master, if not more wicked. You understand? Christ went in on these Sadducees and Pharisees for a damn reason, because he understood, man, look, these niggas is wicked as hell. It's all type of manner going on as far as like the actions of the children of Israel, but these niggas are in positions to be able to tell Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans right from wrong, but they won't do it. They got the book of the law in their hand just like us. You understand? Like your Christian pastor will sit up here and tell you that this apocrypha is, I forget the word that they use. I think they say it's not canonical or some BS they say, or basically it's not inspired by the Lord. You understand? It's a goddamn lie that this ain't inspired by the Lord. You understand? There is feast in these scriptures that Christ kept in the New Testament that you can only find in the apocrypha. You understand? So that means Christ read this book. You understand? That means Christ understood that all of this is intact. You understand? Salakia. But I'm gonna drop that. I just want to show y'all like how your Christian pastor, him trusting in his enemies and choosing his way. Salakia. Let's go to Proverbs 3:31. Him trusting his enemies and choosing them ways of his enemies. That's what I want. Here it comes. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Your Christian pastor envies that damn cracker in the White House, that damn cracker on the Senate board. You understand? In Congress, that billionaire that runs them football teams and basketball teams and baseball teams. Your Christian pastor envies that damn devil. You understand? And it says, and choose none of his ways. And your Christian pastor is choosing his ways. His ways are all in front of you every single day of your life here in Babylon. You understand? Pork is the other white meat on commercials. They got a new bacon cheeseburger every goddamn day on the commercial, and your Christian pastor is the first one at Carl's Jr. going to go buy that damn bacon cheeseburger. You understand? Like the way that your oppressor dress. Man, look, we don't choose none of his ways in the ISUBK. You will never see a nigga with a suit on in here. You understand? Them suits is homosexual as hell too. You understand? Like, you can take one good look at your Christian pastor and see who he idolizes, see who he worships. This nigga dressed like a damn politician. You understand? Like, everything that your Christian pastor does, everything that he teaches, is him wanting to be like his damn slave master. When that's contrary to the scriptures. I'm gonna read that again. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor. The word envy means to be jealous of, to want to be like, to strongly desire something. You understand? Don't envy your damn oppressor. You understand? When you envy your oppressor, you want to become like your oppressor. And what does your oppressor do? Your oppressor hates blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So when you want to be like your oppressor, you're going to be exactly like him in hating blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? You got these damn Christian pastors that's sitting up here telling women thou art loose, or if that man don't do right, kick that man out the house and go find you another man. He's literally telling you what your damn slave master told our brothers. So like it told our slave master told our sisters back in the late 60s and early 70s with this welfare program. You understand? Like, back then, you could not have your husband or the child's father in the house and still receive benefits from America to help you take care of your household. He had to leave. You understand? Like, it's an old movie. I believe it came out in the 70s. I watched it a few times when I was a kid. I believe it's called Claudine. You understand? I forget the name of the actors in it. But the sister had, I think, about like 4 or 5 kids. You understand? Their father wasn't around for obvious reasons. You understand? They put the man against the woman and strengthen up the woman in this kingdom to be over the man. Then eventually the man go out. He can't take it no more, so he become a drunk on the streets, or he's strung out on drugs somewhere. Now you got this sister left home alone, and she got to take care of these children. And eventually, you understand, like we all grown here. A sister is gonna want some ride one day. You understand? And when she finds out that there is a man out there that she does like, and he likes her, you understand, and he don't give a damn about her having 4 or 5 kids, he gonna go start to be with that woman. And in this movie, he was coming to the woman's house, but they had the social worker coming to the house periodically without the sister knowing, and the brother would have to hide in the closet. You understand? On top of that, they would look at certain appliances that you had in your house, and if you got a new iron or a color TV, you understand, or a new fan or something, they'd be asking questions like, "Well, we don't pay you enough to get this. How the hell do you?" Like, how did you obtain this? You understand? That's what's going on in the black community as far as today. It's going on still to this day. And your Christian pastor, he's helping to push that ideology on sisters in the ghetto for them to kick their man out the house. And this is the reason why you have a lot of brothers and sisters that go astray from being civilized people. You understand? That brother that grew up in that house without his father, because America has strengthened his mother against his father, he eventually becomes a drug dealer. You understand? For the most part, not every single time, but for the most part, he eventually becomes a drug dealer, or he becomes a pimp. You understand? Or murder for hire hitman. You understand? Because he don't have the structure of his father in the household to be able to tell him what he can and can't do. You understand? A mother can only tell you so much. You understand? You like this is why the Lord is a man. This is why he is a father to the children of Israel. Because if the Lord was a woman, it would be totally different as far as blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans coming together and the eye should be kept under Commander General Yohana. It probably wouldn't happen. You understand? If you see what's going on in the black community with women running all of these households, you would understand why the Lord is a man. On top of that, the Lord said he deprived women of wisdom. You understand? Meaning he didn't give you the knowledge to be able to run a household and set your kids straight. He did that to the man. You understand? And it's something about being a man in the presence of children and a child looking at you like, yeah, I can't do what I would do if it was just a woman around. You understand? Men instill fear in children to keep you on the straight path. But your Christian pastor, he don't give a damn about that because he's not a friend to his community. You understand? He's evil. He's wicked. You understand? He is of his father, the devil, Salaki. I'm paraphrasing. Understand? And the will of his father, he will do. Like the devil wants blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to be divided. So your Christian pastor, what he do? He get in the church, he give you the prosperity gospel. You understand? Telling you that basically, if you ain't obtained a monetary gain and materialistic stuff, then the Lord is not with you. And that's BS and nonsense. You know why? Because Proverbs 3:31, he don't follow this. It say, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. He envied the oppressor and chose all of his ways. He chose to hate his own brother in order to gain money, in order to gain riches and somewhat of a social status and be looked at as a leader in the black, Latino, and Native American community. Christianity is a damn joke. You understand? So like you. I'm gonna drop that and get Titus 2:14. So like Titus 2, I'm gonna start at 13. The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 13. Looking for the blessed hope and the glorious apparel of the great God and our Savior Jesus Christ. Verse 14, who gave himself for us that he might redeem us from all iniquity and purify unto himself a peculiar people, zealous of good works. You understand? This is what Christ did. Christ died for the children of Israel so he could make us a righteous and peculiar people. You understand? With no sin. You understand? Christ loved the children of Israel so much that he was willing to die. Even though, like, you got to understand, if you got the burden of dying for people that told you to your face and beat you, spit on you, we don't have no king but Caesar. This how you know Christ loved the children of Israel. You understand? Christianity is not going to give you that same spirit on how to love your brother and sacrifice your life for your brother. Christianity don't give you that spirit at all. You know what Christianity do? Christianity gives you a prosperity doctrine. Christianity tells you to pull you up by your damn bootstraps and look at me. I'm a success story. I made it so you can be able to do it. There's no excuses on how your financial situation is not good like mine. That's a damn joke. Christ didn't give a damn about your financial situation. Christ gave a damn about your morals and your standards as a people that's supposed to be righteous and holy unto the Lord. You understand? And what Christ did, he came to correct the people. He came to tell you, look, bro, you got to stop smoking cigarettes. You got to stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Nah, nigga, we don't celebrate 4th of July. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day or Christmas or Halloween. Now we celebrate Passover. We celebrate the Day of Atonement, the Feast of Dedication, the Feast of First Fruits. Come back to your culture, your law, statutes, and commandments according to the scriptures so the Lord can have respect unto you. You understand? That's not what your pastor doing. That's not what the Muslim mosque is teaching you. The Muslim mosque is teaching you that you have to be a strong, austere person with no damn laws. You understand? What do Muslims do? All they do is don't eat pork. What Ramadan? I don't even know what the hell that's about. You understand? Every other thing I see a Muslim doing is just like a Christian. Them niggas getting high too. You understand? They sleeping with prostitutes too. They having sex with underage women. You understand? Sleeping with women and throwing them away. Them niggas selling drugs too. That's exactly what's going on in these other religions. You understand? These fake Israelite groups too. You stay finding something out what these wicked niggas is doing behind closed doors. Those niggas is Christians. You understand? Like you really have to live by the law. In the ISUBK, and I can vouch for every man that's in the ISUBK. When we wake up, we think about the law. We think about wanting to be better than what we was yesterday. You understand? We think about the kingdom of heaven as is at hand. You understand? We like a lot of brothers work slavery, dealing with multiple wives, multiple kids. You understand? Still find time to come teach a class about being a brother to your people because we actually love Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? A lot of brothers sacrifice money, time with their family, time with their children, their women. You understand? Certain stuff that certain brothers want to do on certain days. We gotta skip that because we understand that this work does not stop. Your Christian pastor don't do that. Christianity don't do that at all. Them niggas go to church, act like righteous, holy people. Soon as they leave church, them niggas smoking cigarettes and throwing ones on a broad at the strip club. You understand? Or selling drugs, or sitting up there trying to sleep with another man's wife in the same congregation that they trying to act like they're a holy man in. Man, Christianity is evil and vile. You understand? It's just so disgusting to think that you have people on planet Earth that's actually playing with the name of God and acting like Christian. I mean, acting like they followers of Christ. You understand? Like being in the world, you get blinded by this because you've never seen somebody actually keep the laws of God. Like Christianity will literally tell you that it's impossible to keep the laws of God. Meanwhile, when you come into the ISUBK, you see men, real men up under Commander General Yohana that actually love to keep the laws of God, that actually teach classes and live like this. You understand? That actually celebrate these high holy days from the days of old. And like most high Christ for Commander General Yohana keeping this thing going. You understand? If you've ever seen Brotherhood before, or so like if you've never seen Brotherhood before, man, you need to be at that Passover and Cocoa Beach on April 15th, 2020. I mean, so like 2022. You understand? You're going to see some real brotherhood. You understand? And it's like me being a young officer, I only been to one Passover before. But when I was there, it was like a damn movie. You understand? Like you seeing brothers in glorious garments, glorious apparel to present ourselves, you understand, at the Passover in front of the Lord. So Commander General Yohana and the generals can present us in front of the Lord as a righteous and holy people. You understand? You got sisters dressed in modest apparel, looking like the daughters of Zion, how they supposed to look. Ain't no sister up in there showing her behind off and dressed half naked like you'll see these people in the world. You understand? Like our children playing in perfect harmony with each other. Everybody showing love for our people. We coming out to remember that the Lord slaughtered our damn enemies for oppressing us. You understand? Like it don't get no better than that. You understand? Like it. The ISUBK up under Commander General Yohana, this is where brotherhood dwells. You're not finding brotherhood in a place where somebody wants to sell you drugs. You're not finding brotherhood in a place where a nigga will shake your hand as soon as you go to the bathroom. He trying to come at your wife. You understand? Or a slimy crooked bastard sitting up there trying to molest your children behind your back. That's what's going on in all these religions. You understand? A Muslim is not sitting up here telling a sister, "Oh yeah, you got a husband. I'm cool. I can't even talk to you, sis." Now they ain't doing that. The Muslim, look, you got half of the music industry as far as rap. Half of them niggas is Muslims. Them niggas is making songs about having sex with other niggas' women. You understand? Like, it's nonsense. It's evil as hell. Salakia. I'm gonna drop that. Get Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 7. That's what I want. Oh, you're kind. You're kind. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get us a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. If you are obtaining a friend, man, you got to prove that brother first. You understand? Meaning this, how you prove a brother? See if he keep the law, statutes, and commandments. See if he's about the business like how you about that business. You understand? Like, here in the ISUBK, you know how we prove friends? You got to go through a 90-day period of wearing all black to get a Hebrew name, so you can humble yourself and brothers can feel you out and see if you're really actually worthy of coming to be a priest and a prophet of the Lord under Commander General Yohanan in the ISUBK. Then after that, you're going to go through another period of time where you got to be a trooper and not be able to say nothing for however long the men above you see fit in order for you to get that officer's test. And up until you pass that officer's test, you can't teach a class. You can't get on the podium and try to get a damn devil to give you a boot kiss. You can't get on that podium to wake your people up. You understand? You have to prove yourself first. You understand? And from the highest of the chain of command on down, everybody has done this. Commander General Yohanan was a trooper once. You understand? General Muhammad, General Mayaka Allah. You understand? General Q. All the generals, all the captains, all the officers, we was all troopers first. You understand? Salakia. But we had to prove ourselves to the men above us that we're going to be a friend to them and live by these law, statutes, and commandments under Commander General Yohanan and the ISUBK to serve Christ. You understand? You got to prove yourself in here. You understand? We ain't sitting up here and just letting anybody come in here. Nah, you got to go through a process of proving yourself for us to deem you worthy for you to be our friend in the ISUBK. You understand? Salakia. And it says, verse 8, for some man is a friend at Salakia. Let me go back. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. You understand? We ain't hasty to credit you. You understand? Being a young man and a trooper up until you get that officer's test, sometimes that's a long process. You understand? Like we ain't in a rush to credit you as you being a good friend. Now you got to prove yourself here. You understand? Salakia. Verse 8, for some man is a friend for his own occasion. Some niggas is friends for their own occasion, for their own monetary gain. You understand? That's what's going on in Christianity. That's what's going on in Islam. These niggas is being friends because of their own occasion, of what can benefit them. You understand? Reading on. And will not abide in the day of trouble. And them niggas is not going to be here in the day of trouble. When Salakia, when the SHIT hit the fan, them niggas gonna run. They not gonna be here when we gotta go up against people trying to come up to the camp and fight us. You understand? And try to harm us physically. Man, shout out to the Kentucky 8. You know what I'm saying? Captain Kapaz, big shout out to you, sir. You understand? You an excellent priest and prophet of the Lord, and the men that you have raising up down there. You understand? Shout out to the Kentucky 8. You understand? Them brothers proved theyself. You understand? To be friends. You understand? And shout out to the ISUBK in general. Shout out to Commander General Yohanan, all the generals, all the captains, all the officers. You understand? The troopers as well. You understand? You're on your way to proving yourselves to come sit in these seats and teach these classes and show the men above you that you are a true friend in the truth. You understand? Salaki. Verse 9. And there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach. So I get that. No, I didn't want that. I didn't want that. Drop that. Get Proverbs 18-24. So like it again, Israel, it's gonna be a short one. You understand? I'm trying to make it. I'm gonna go as long as I can, but just a heads up, this is going to be a short one today. Shalaki. Okay, it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 24. A man that hath friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. A man that has friends has to show himself friendly. You understand? You got to prove yourself that you are a friend. And how do you do that? You follow these law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? A brother that's just saying he your friend or that's my nigga or that's my partner, he's going to eventually try to sell you some drugs or sleep with your wife. You understand? That's not being friendly towards you. You understand? Like a brother offering you an abomination according to these scriptures is a brother that don't give a damn about your life, because eating an abomination can potentially kill you. Him selling you drugs and you getting high off a bad batch of drugs or a good batch of drugs can kill you. You understand? Salakia. Read that again. Proverbs 18-24. A man that hath friends must show himself friendly. And there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. You understand? Here in the I should be kept under command of General, we have a lot of brothers that come from all different walks of life and are not physical brothers with everybody in the school. When I say physical brother, you don't have the same mother and father. You understand? The scriptures say, look, we gonna have friends in the eyes should be kept under command of General Yohana that's gonna stick closer to you than your own flesh and blood brother would. You understand? You might get into an argument with your own flesh and blood brother, and he might steal from you, or he might try to sell you some drugs, or he might put you in a situation that's detrimental and harmful to your life. But meanwhile, you got brothers or friends in the ISUPK up under Commander General Yohana that won't do none of that. You understand? We're not trying to sleep with your daughter. We don't want to sleep with your wife. Niggas is not trying to sell you drugs in here. You understand? We're not telling you that it's okay for you to sin behind closed doors. That's not what we about in the ISUBK. You understand? We about real brotherhood and real friendship and actually loving blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? Salakia. I'm gonna drop that. We'll get to a couple more scriptures, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Get Luke 9-24. This is the book of Luke, chapter 9 and verse 24. But whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it. You understand? Christianity, being a Muslim, a Buddhist, whatever the hell type of religion that you want to indulge in, is about being selfishness. It's about being selfish. You understand? I'm gonna read that again. It's the book of Luke, chapter 9, and verse 24. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. That Christian pastor is trying to save his life, and he's going to lose it. You understand? That Muslim that's a drug dealer on the corner in North Philadelphia, he's trying to save his own life, and he's going to lose it. You understand? Continuing. But whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it. Look, the men in the ISUPK up under Commander General Yana, we lost our lives for Christ's sake. You understand? We gave up being drug dealers. We gave up being gang members. Sisters gave up being whores and sleeping around on their men and being masculine women as far as them trying to run the household. You understand? Or as far as them trying to keep a man in check. Brothers and sisters in the ISUPK, we gave up our lives. You understand? We lost our lives for Christ's sakes. You understand? The scriptures say we gonna gain our life for losing our life for Christ's sake. You understand? Meaning you gonna inherit the kingdom of heaven. You understand? Lord willing, we alive during the time when Christ comes and to slaughter what's going on planet Earth, to build up this kingdom, and we keep our lives for losing our life in the world. You understand? Since we gave up being drug dealers, since we gave up wanting to harm our own brother for Christ's sakes, Christ is going to have mercy on us and walk us through that kingdom. Christ is going to give us action at being a governing body of Israel in that 144,000 up under himself. You understand? This is what we fighting for. We fighting for crowns of gold. You understand? We fighting to be the rulers on planet Earth. And we land up treasures in heaven, not on earth. Salaki, I'm paraphrasing. You understand? We are literally doing this work because we understand what friendship is. We understand what brotherhood is. We understand that if I want to be a friend to my people, or I want to be a brother to my people, I can't indulge in what America teach me that I can indulge in. You understand? Being a homosexual is not profiting your community at all. You understand? Being a drug dealer is not profiting your community at all. You understand? Sleeping with another man's wife is not profiting your community at all. All of this is destruction towards blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But this is what America pushes. America has legalized marijuana to where you can actually get a store to sell weed out of. This is Babylon, and it needs to fall. You understand? When I was younger, weed was illegal. You can literally go to jail and serve time for selling weed. Like, they still have certain brothers in prison for life sentences because they got caught with an X amount of weed. You understand? They got caught dealing drugs. You understand? Prostitution is legal in America. You got escort services and some rich Edomite sitting back in a boardroom that actually runs a escort service that is legal. You understand? Meanwhile, you got certain brothers that prostitute women out on the streets. As soon as they get caught, they go to jail for human trafficking and get so many years in jail. It's ridiculous. You understand? The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And the Lord don't want us to follow after him. Because when you follow after your damn slave master, you can't be a friend to your brother. You understand? You cannot love your people. Salakia. Let me see. Let it on that. Oh yeah, verse 25. For what is a man advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away? What is the advantage? What is the advantage of you becoming a rich drug dealer and then somebody murdering you for your money? What is the advantage of you having a high social status in Babylon and being a rich, evil, stinking bastard, but then the Lord cuts you off from living deliciously in the kingdom of heaven? There is no advantage in that. You understand? You are going to perish for your evil works. And your Christian pastor, he is not warning you. He's going to perish for his works. The Lord said, woe unto these pastors. Meaning destruction is coming your way, Christian pastor. Pastor Porkchop, Creflo Dollar, you understand? TD Jakes. Y'all see what happened to Eddie Long. You understand? And the rest of these damn evil bastards that follow after the customs of these heathens that want to marry on to these people that hate blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You ought to be a goddamn shame to yourself. You understand? So like, I'm gonna drop that. Get Matthew 22. I'm gonna start at 35. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, and verse 35. I'm going to start verse 34. But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. So Christ had a battle with the scriptures. You understand, Salakia? Christ had a battle with the scriptures against some Sadducees. And when the Pharisees heard that he put them to silence, them niggas huddled up together and basically tried to come up with a way to cut Christ. These is your Christian pastors, your religious leaders. They do this week in and week out. They come up against the camps and try to tell you about John 16. You understand? And then we put them to silence. They leave and they try to come back and give you some more BS. You understand? Salakia. Verse 35. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Now, him being a lawyer, this is not like a lawyer today that will fight for you in court to make sure you get off on a gun charge or something like that. This is a lawyer, meaning somebody that understood the law, statutes, and commandments in the scriptures. You understand? And he walked up to Christ after they got up in a huddle to try to put Christ to shame as far as the scriptures and try to cut him. He like, man, look, what's the master? Like the subtlety of these evil bastards. They walk up to him and say, Master, which one is the great commandment? You understand? In the law. Trying to cut Christ, but coming to him like he looks at Christ like somebody that he can learn from. Meanwhile, he's just trying to cut Christ. He's just trying to make Christ look like a fool, not understanding that he finna get cut. You understand? Salakia. Verse 37. Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. Christ like, look, you love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind. And how you love God? You keep his law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? If I'm walking down the street and I see a brother with his woman, I'm not looking at his woman. You understand? That's me loving the Lord because I know this woman is a spouse to this man. This is his wife. You understand? For me to lust at this woman, lust after this woman is breaking the law. You understand? I'm not going into the store and stealing a damn grape out the store without paying for it because that's me not loving the Lord. You understand? I'm not smoking cigarettes because the Lord said this is his temple. You understand? I'm not to destroy what the hell he gave me as a vessel to push his word. You understand? Salakia. Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment. Verse 39. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So the first great commandment is to love the Lord. You understand? Meaning keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Do that every day of your life and do it diligently. You understand? The second is love your neighbor as you love yourself. Your neighbor is not the East Indian that own a gas station in your neighborhood. That won't have no sympathy on you if you run out of damn gas in front of one of his pumps. Your neighbor is not the Asian man that lives next door to you that keep calling the police on you about noise complaints or trying to get you kicked out of your apartment because he don't give a damn about blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Your neighbor is not that Asian that's going to sell you a gun for a cheap price, knowing damn well that you about to go kill somebody that look like you. That's not your neighbor. Your neighbor is the children of your people. You understand? Salaki. Your neighbor is blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? And it says, I'm gonna read that again, verse 39. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. If I love my brother as myself, I don't want anyone to sell me or my child drugs. I don't want nobody to rob me, murder me. I don't want nobody to sleep with my woman. I don't want nobody to molest my children. So you know what? I'm not going to do that to my brother. You understand? I'm going to love my neighbor as myself. I don't want nobody standing in front of my house selling drugs and shooting people. So I'm not going to do that to somebody else. You understand? The Lord said, look, love God with all your mind, heart, soul. Keep the commandments. Then love your brother as you love yourself. You understand? That is the two greatest commandments. You understand? The first one is to love the Lord like yourself. So like you love the Lord with all your mind, heart, and soul. You understand? And it says, and the second is like unto it. Meaning the second is like the first one. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. On these two commandments hang this whole law and the prophets. The prophet, the law is about loving the Lord and showing him that you keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? The law is about you loving your brother as you love yourself. These two things hang all the law and the prophets. This is what the prophets taught. They taught you, look, this is how you love God, by keeping all these 613 law, statutes, and commandments. This is how you love your brother, by keeping all these 613 law, statutes, and commandments. That's what the scriptures are about. You understand? The scriptures ain't about a prosperity doctrine or somebody being a fake friend to you by telling you that the law is done away with and you can do whatever the hell you want to. That's evil and wicked as hell. You understand? Salagia. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. You understand? Most High Christ, for all the people rocking with me today. Appreciate it. Make sure you put your name, city, and state. You understand? And pay your tithes. We're gonna keep this truth going. You understand? The Feast of Purim is coming up. Salakia. I don't exactly remember what day. I will, Salakia, Lord willing, I will inform you guys on that next class. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Wednesday night law class with Priest Officer 500. Not the Zob, you understand? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabarakat to the brothers. Yahweh Shamor Alathan Bashim Yahweh Shah to the sisters. I'm Priest Officer 50 Quran Yala, the ISUBK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yana. We not affiliated with false friends. We not affiliated with homosexual Christian pastors or drug dealer Muslims that's gonna try to rob you and set up shop on your damn corner. You understand? We not affiliated with no damn homosexual doctrine that's telling you to turn the other cheek and love your goddamn slave master for all the evil and atrocities that he committed against you. You understand? With that being said, shalom, Israel.